Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the Sheikh Hasina because many experts are arguing that the situation that seemed to be unfolding in Bangladesh may again propel her to make a comeback and again take charge of the Bangladesh. So how feasible is it and why we are discussing about it? So first of all, we know that once Donald Trump has taken the presidency of United States as the 47th president, he has signed multiple executive orders that has changed the way how US did business earlier with vast number of countries, including both allies as well as its enemy or rivals. So one of the decisions taken by the Trump administration was to suspend and halt the US Agency for International Development and its programs, its funding to the Bangladesh apart from other countries as well. So the suspension of USAID is something that experts argue might indirectly help the ex-Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, to find her way back into the country as a leader, as her points, as her concerns are being validated here. Now, in this context also, the Awami League, the party to which she belongs to, who she is leader of, many of its leaders have also accepted that this decision of the Trump administration is the one which reflects the truth of the interim government in Bangladesh, that it is not going to or it is not going to be able to provide all what it has promised in the earlier time. And also it is bad for the people of Bangladesh because USAID used to play a very important role, a constructive role in ensuring the alleviation of poverty, in ensuring supply of critical resources to the country, and also in the overall management of its forex reserve, management of the economy, as well as managing the refugees that are fleeing from Myanmar to Bangladesh, largely the Rohingya ethnic population. So the party leaders, workers, they have said that though it seems that Sheikh Hasina has split the government, it does not mean that her support has completely vanished or disappeared in the country. There are many of the cadres, many of the youth population, many of the workers, they are still united and they believe they can fight back as and when the elections are announced, because even almost 8 months has passed since the Sheikh Hasina has left the country. The Bangladesh has not been able to organize any fresh elections. Rather, it is the interim government led by the chief advisor Muhammad Yunus which is in the control of the country. Now, if you look at the background of this particular story, we know that somewhere in the month of August 2023, due to the risk of her life, risk to her life, she had to flee country and she came to India. And after that, dozens of cases were filed against her and the members of erstwhile Awami League government by students and activists who faced the brunt of police crackdown during the last weeks of her rule when they are protesting against the imposition of quota for the jobs. Not only that, she also has been accused of being a facilitator of Pilkhana killings in the 2009, where you have the conflict between the army and the border guards, and several members of her ministries and several other bureaucrats, we can say members of the armed forces who served under her, are facing inquiries. Not only that, Bangladesh even have sent an extradition request to India to allow her to be extradited to Bangladesh to face the charges of corruption, and also because the arrest warrant has been issued against her. But the entire this legal process is still to be unfolded. Now, what is Sheikh Hasina doing now? So it seems that even after 8 months living in exile in India, she seems to be what you can say down but not out, because it seems that the seasoned politicians and the chief of Awami League is far from retreating. Now, why it seems so? Because she has swiftly pivoted to regroup her party's core network, because you know that in today's world, communication is not a big problem even if you're not able to physically meet people. So she has been able to keep the line of communication open, and she has adopted unconventional strategy to ensure that her grip on her colleagues, cadres, and overall party members remain firm as before. And that will only ensure her political survival, because once she loses the support of the core members of the parties and the main workers and cadres of the party, obviously her political, what can say, political revival will be something that cannot be think of. So spread across Indian cities, we talk about not only the Awami League members are only in the Bangladesh, but most of the party leaders, at least we can say the people who are holding higher positions, they had to flee the country as well, and many of them are scattered across the major Indian cities such as Delhi, Kolkata, Bangalore. Even many of the members are in the foreign countries as well, and the core members of her party, even though they are far away from each other, they are still in touch with her. So she keeps on having the virtual meetings as and when needed to ensure and to give party guidelines. Now, there is a covert connection that also has developed because she has been staying closely connected to a select group of trusted Awami League leaders since then. And she has been using secure method of communication, encrypted communication. And by doing so, she has developed a robust chain of command within key party members. That means there is a clear flow of command that what she will say, it will be followed by the next in line, then it will be followed by next in line, and then this is how the masses is being spread across the entire party workers, that how and what should be done in this particular case. Now, the senior party colleagues and the close bureaucrats who were stunted by the interim government, they have been in foreign countries, and there also they are trying to exert their influence to put pressure on the interim government for the return of the situation back to normalcy. And in this regard, we talk about that how this entire process is working, why we are talking about her comeback. So overall, as we have discussed, the entire leadership approach has been changed. Earlier she used to run the party and the workers by iron fist rule, but now she understands it is no longer possible. So she has adopted a covert and decentralized leadership approach where the local leaders and the representative of parties are given free hand to do what they feel is necessary or deemed necessary in a particular situation. Second, the backbone of communication is something that today is serving that is being served by over a dozen or more encrypted groups operating on different platforms, where the party members and she herself are involved in critical discussion about the future plan, about the planning, management of the security, and also disseminating of the directives of the party. Now, this is also a region. This also is we can say the reason behind this is also because she wants to resonate her authority, and also she wants to keep her cadres motivated so that when a suitable time arises, they can take the charge back again. And it's a reflection of her ability to adapt and strategize amidst an evolving political landscape. So this is how leaders evolve. Now, the USAID suspension, how it is going to help her indirectly, let us try to understand it also. Now, first of all, the decision to suspend USAID funding is a blow, or we can say a big financial blow to the country's global standing, and also on the other hand, it offers a strategic advantage for Sheikh Hasina. If you look at the USAID program itself, its program in Bangladesh, the agency has accepted, is the largest that it runs in the entire Asian continent, which encompasses many areas, such as it ensures global food security, it ensures proper health initiatives such as vaccination and immunization program. Along with it, it also has helped in ensuring the democracy, governance, education, and environmental projects in Bangladesh keep up and running even after so much disturbances and disruptions in the normal life of people has happened there. So USAID was kind of, we can say, was able to maintain or ensure a balance in the overall governance and development of the country. Now, because of the suspension, this entire area is going to be severely impacted. Now, the funding cut that comes along with the suspension of USAID is a reprimand over the political unrest, labor right concerns, and democratic backsliding also. This is what critics argue. Thus, it will also overall reduce the popularity and support of Muhammad Yunus in the Bangladesh, because he will not be able to deliver the results that he might have promised in the earlier time. So overall, what we can understand, that because of all these evolving situations, it again the people can understand that situation which has unfolded in the past few months was something that is kind of catastrophic for Bangladesh. Also, the new leadership is not going to deliver the result, and that is why there might be a demand not for the return of Sheikh Hasina, obviously that we cannot say as of now, but there can be demand of a free and fair election. And when such kind of demand is made, and when the government announces the election, that is when then Sheikh Hasina can try to take back the power and can try to again take her chances by fighting in the election. So that is all about this particular video. I hope you got the gist of what is going on in the Bangladesh and how USAID suspension that has come as a recalibrated policy approach of Donald Trump, where he's trying to understand and reevaluate that whether US, when it is interested, when it is investing in any country, whether US is getting something back in it or not. So when Trump realized that by investing in Bangladesh, it does not serve any of America's, we can say, this America's interest, then he might even suspend this program for a much more longer duration or permanently. And that will be even more catastrophic for the people as well as the government of Bangladesh. So it might be a blessing in disguise for Sheikh Hasina government for her political revival. So that is all about this particular video. I hope you got the idea of the entire development there. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your fellow aspirants, as well as subscribe to our channel for more such content. Thank you very much.